Clevercharf is still on a mission to retexture every single part of Skyrim, JK's come back to bless us with more mods, and Deserter X won't stop producing high quality armors and outfits. Yes, this is certainly not a bad time to be into Skyrim modding. Nexus is looking as good as ever, and that of course means more Skyrim mods videos on this channel. So thanks for tuning in, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Now let's just get started with the first mod of the video. First up is the amazing mod EVG Conditional Idols. Now I need to apologize for forgetting about this one. I should have covered it some weeks ago, but it's become such an integral part of my load order that I simply forgot about it. Most of you have probably seen or heard about it already, but if not, then you're in for a highly immersive treat. The mod provides you with 7 unique animated idols that play in various specific conditions. So when you're outside and, you know, doing some adventuring and a blizzard hits, there's a 50% chance for triggering this animation. As you can see, it's nothing too flashy, just your character kinda curling up to protect themselves from the cold. When you're out running and your stamina drops below 30%, your character will actually show signs of fatigue, bowing down and gasping for air like a normal functioning human being. If you hurt yourselves and the player health is below 50% health, you'll actually show signs of pain. And no more endless magicka use without no repercussion. Once an actor's magicka is below 30%, they'll get a headache, which is very immersive. Trust me, I'm a specialist in the field of magic health and safety, and this is exactly what happens, okay? After some good sleep and you get the well rested or lover's comfort bonus, there's a 10% chance to trigger the stretching animation so that your character will be able to stretch them joints and get loose before venturing out. The next animation is very immersive and definitely my personal favorite. When you're outside and the rain is pouring down and you've got a shield at hand, there's a 70% chance that your character will actually raise it up above their head to shield themselves from the rain. Oh, the immersion, it doesn't get any better than this. Lastly, when you're out naked, the player character will actually try to cover themselves up, making the censoring job a little bit easier for people like me. The animations are roughly 9 to 13 seconds long, and they're designed to be unintrusive in a way that they'll only activate when standing still, so they won't really trigger when you don't want them to. This is a mod that I really enjoy. It's the small things like this that make for a non-distracting immersive Skyrim playthrough. Next up, we've got a house mod in the form of JK's Riverwood cottage. Yes, he's already back after uploading that Arcadia Cauldron mod a couple of weeks ago. Seems like he's spending his quarantine nicely because this is another top tier mod. It places a cozy medium-sized player home near everyone's favorite village. Of course, I'm talking about Riverwood. When you go there for the first time, you'll be greeted by this notice instructing you about the house being for sale, so scamble together a couple of thousands of coins and this conveniently placed property is yours. On the outside, you'll see some different structures like a stable for your horse, a fish hatchery to cultivate a small little fish farm, and a excuse me Mr. Deer, but what do you think you're doing, man? In this mysterious looking tower, you'll find everything to cover all your vegetational needs of mushrooms and herbs, as well as enchanting and alchemy stations and a bunch of potions on display. There's also a full cool looking smithy with a smelter where you can work on your weapons and armors while looking down upon the view towards the city of Whiterun. The house itself looks immersive and fits right into the surrounding area. It's built in a multi-layered way with multiple doors and a balcony. The interior looks great as well, so let's start in with what is the cellar or kitchen area. The room is stacked with all kinds of resources like someone's getting ready for a global pandemic. I mean, you've got everything you need here, from a cooking station to a hearth-fire oven filled with all kinds of baked goods. There's even a couple of those cabinets with them sliding doors that are super satisfying to just slide back and forth. In the middle of the room is a big fireplace, and above that a consistent opening that continues up through all the floors. One floor up is what can be considered the living room area, where you'll find a dinner table for you to host the most grandiose of dinner parties, as well as a little bar area where you'll be able to provide your guests with the best of beverages. There's also a bunch of plaques and weapon racks hanging about, and an armory in the back with mannequins. On this floor you'll also find 3 minimalistic but cozy rooms for your followers. Onto the next floor you'll find a bedroom for up to 3 children as well. This entire room is decorated with Skyrim themed figures and toys. There are dragons hanging off the ceiling. There's even a bed with a whole helm placed at the end. I would have killed for something like that as a kid. On the very same floor there's also a cool custom made bathroom with a nice little bathtub for you to relax in before you go to bed in what is a big master bedroom. The room also features a small little office area with a bunch of maps for you to plan out your next adventure. And on the other side of the room there's this wardrobe filled with clothes wonderfully hanging off clothes hangers. This really is a complete player home. JK always manages to produce these high quality mods. If you ever wondered what JK looks like, he looks like this. Yes, he's a goat, as he decided to put the house a little bit to the right of the popular Riverside Lodge, making the two house mods perfectly compatible. Now it's time for some Clevercharf. He's been blessing Nexus with a bunch of its retexture mods recently. I've covered some pretty big ones, but this time I'm featuring something of a smaller scale. This is Cleverchar's Anvil 4K 2K. This is a retexture of the Blacksmith anvil and the tree stump. The old vanilla textures are low quality and a bit blurry up close. This mod changes that completely, making it look just as good up close as from further away. The new anvil looks more darker and metallic, and you can see all the wear and tear as is to be expected of an anvil. It looks great in action as you pass by the many blacksmiths of Skyrim working and honing their craft. Next we've got another small retexture mod. Here's Bread Replacer. Last week we took a look at a mod that retextured sweet rolls. This time we're replacing the vanilla look of bread. Yes, I've always thought the vanilla bread looks a bit too perfect considering Skyrim is set in the medieval times. This mod replaces the look of the bread with a more perfect imperfect variation of it, if that makes sense. You can see the various curvatures on the bread and different marks suggesting it was handmade. It's also quite thick, a lot bigger than the vanilla ones. The flour on the outer crust of the bread gives it a nice finishing touch. Just imagine sticking a finger into that harder outside to reveal the soft and warm inside of the loaf. This truly is the ultimate Skyrim bread, but beware, because this is a high poly model, so too many of them in the same room may cause a bit of lag and stuttering. Let's get into some outfit and armor mods. First up we got the mod Ebony Battle Armor and Weapons for CBBE SE Body Slide. Alright, now what you see on your screen is a CBBE Body Slide upload of what can be classified as a non-lore friendly mod, but it's certainly a highly interesting one with a lot of stuff to check out. The armor itself is of a tight fit, and when I say that, I mean so tight that there's really nothing left to reveal. It's all there to be seen. The most eye-opening feature of this outfit is certainly the open part in the middle. You can make full use of this by upping the breast size if you want, you know, tweaking it a bit, but I like it this way as it looks more natural and lore friendly. Along with the outfit you also get a matching helmet, which sadly didn't play too well with Babatunde's elf ears here, and a bunch of weapons. You know, just real quick here, am I the only one that feels like I can feel the water drops hitting my face when I stand next to waterfalls in video games? I don't know what it is, it may be some sorcery, or I just may have a leaking roof, which would suck, but anyways, back to the mod. You get a pretty cool looking bow, of course loaded with custom arrows, a mace with a massive emerald or diamond on top to bash people's head in, a very intriguing thick greatsword with this unique spinning sci-fi shit as the guard. Yup, it's called the guard. I know my sword parts, don't you worry. You also get this absurdly long two-handed ebony lance. I don't really know how you'd use this, but there is a smaller, more ergonomically friendly one-handed version. And let's not forget about the shields. There's this awesomely detailed black one that I'll certainly make good use of in my future adventures, as well as this weird looking one with this very bright center, you know, brighter than my entire future. This really is one of the most memorable armor mods I've tried out in recent times, so I do recommend to give it a go. Moving on up, we've got a Deserter X mod. Oh yeah baby, you know it's high quality when you hear that name. This is DX Daughter of the Sea armor for UMP and CBBE. As the name of the mod suggests, it adds a new craftable pirate themed leather armor. The armor parts include a bandana, necklace, cuirass, tattoo, glove, rings and boots. This outfit is crazy, it just looks so fly, so good, so aesthetically pleasing. The amount of details here are plentiful from top to bottom. It's stated in the mod description that this was actually the first time they made use of Blender to recreate every single little detail of this outfit's concept art, and the results are clear to see. I mean, this is detail heaven right here. Just imagine if Bethesda put this much effort into the outfits of the next Elder Scrolls game. Just look at these boots, it looks like real leather. Oh, and don't get me started on that flintlock pistol. It looks like it belongs in a museum in the section of humanity's most outstanding creations. You can even see that pirate skull logo on this bullet holster on the arm. I mean, this wasn't necessary, but still, they've added it, and I'm pleased. It seems like everything Deserter X produces just gets better and better. Who knows what the future holds? Like, you shouldn't need to listen to me have an orgasm over these armor mods to go get them. All of the DX branded mods on Nexus are definitely worth downloading at first notice. Alright, next we got the mod Animated Wings Ultimate. This is a single mod pack, packed with both animated feathered and dragon wings, as well as build support with the popular flying mod. It consists of 40 fully animated wings for both the player and NPCs of any gender and all races. Just start off by picking your desired set of wings after crafting. I just went with the normal clean white feathered wings. Before you set off into the air, the mod allows you to tweak and customize the settings to your liking. Here you can assign hotkeys so that you don't have to go into menu or some settings every time you want to fly. These hotkeys include stuff like activating flight mode or toggling the wings on and off. Now make sure you assign these hotkeys correctly, because as you can see here, I totally flopped on my first attempt to fly. Also, do make sure to fly where there's enough space for it. The wings effects include a jump height boost where your wings propel you, fall damage reduction, swim speed boost, and gliding. Also, since my character had that annoying vampire disease, my stamina wasn't able to recover, so my airtime fell pretty short as I plummeted down to the ground every couple of seconds. All in all, this is a very solid mod that brings various features of previous mods and redefine them into a complete package. The wings feel wonderfully integrated into the game and not too much out of place, so if you like flying or just want to add something new to your game, do check it out. Have you ever wondered why and how the magic spells of Skyrim don't emit lighting? I mean, if I've got freaking fire in my palms, that should surely emit some form of lighting, right? That's pretty much how torches work, you know? Fire equals light. But where's the light then? The mod Colorful Lights for Spells got you covered. It simply adds light to your spells. Open your eyes to the surrounding area as you're now able to see things you never did before. Now you can use your spells as a source of lighting when in the dark, so you don't have to go carrying a bunch of torches. There was a mod like this for Aldrim, so it's great to have one for the special edition as well. All the colors will now emit different color lighting. It's a simple mod, but a very good one, so step up your Skyrim illumination game by giving it a download. And for the last mod of the video, we've got the mod Petal Gas Mask SSE. The mod description describes it as a completely immersive and stylish gas mask to Skyrim. Now, whether it's immersive, I do not know. Maybe some magician could pull off something like this, but no matter, it looks really dope. It contains two options, one with loose petals kind of floating next to it and one without it. It's important to stay healthy and safe during these times, so what better way to do that than doing it in your game of Skyrim as well? It actually keeps you safe from all diseases in games, so it does work. The main selling point of this mod though is the looks, as it just looks different from everything you see in game. You can definitely make some pretty cool character build using this mask. And that's that, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe for more and do hit that notification bell. We're getting close to 400 subscribers, so this channel's really growing. This has been your boy Gim. May your road lead you to warm sands, everybody. See ya.